So how have we gone from this?
That young man. I forgive him.
Which was the 21st of September, and now 7 days later, we get this.
Nothing is changing, but I want to preface, we're not awkward, we're not like weird, we're not cringe, we're not going to be tweeting as if it's him. That's tone deaf and really disturbing, and anyone who does that's like morbidly.
Hey, we're going to be doing about 5 more episodes a week now, so just tell the team and make sure that happens.
3 hours of this, 2 more hours of podcasting.
There is just something that just doesn't feel right. It feels wrong. It feels off. And I am trying so hard not to over-speculate, but it's hard when stuff like this has been put out to us. It's just not normal. It doesn't feel natural. I feel like we're watching a performance. It's almost like we're watching a movie unfold right in front of our eyes. And it's things like this that make me think that Charlie Kirk's assassination is so much bigger than we could ever imagine.
I mean, look at this face. As of the recording of this video, we're only 16 days out from a supposedly brutal, horrific assassination of the love of her life, of the father of her 2 children. And she's acting like it kind of didn't happen. Are we going to hear about the Romanian angels situation? Are we going to hear her address what some people are saying, that she's been banned from Romania for a certain thing that people are accusing her of? 16 days out. I would expect this maybe from somebody 16 months out. But I have grandparents, and I know people, and you probably do too, that still mourn the loss of a loved one who wasn't taken during a horrific assassination or some kind of unexpected accident. Something where maybe a loved one was struggling with cancer for a couple of years, going through chemotherapy, and the doctor's like, well, get your things in order because so-and-so only has 6 months or 12 months. And even after that, you don't recover like this. Even after preparing yourself 16 days out from the actual demise of the individual that you say you love, am I tripping? Or is this as bizarre to you as it is to me?
If you've heard the rumors that Erika trafficked children in Romania, here's the lowdown. Harvest Christian Fellowship. There was a former pastor accused of SA and trafficking. Lawsuits have alleged forced labor and negligence. I don't know how you pronounce this name, but this was a gang that was forcing Roma children to beg for money in London. Ringleaders were arrested after police uncovered this ring. Having said all of that, none of those were Erika's nonprofit. There is no direct evidence linking Erika to child trafficking in Romania. There's also no direct evidence of the reason that her nonprofit closed, and there's very little record of what their nonprofit did. There's an article in Arizona Foothills from 2024 that discussed the organization running a children's wish list in Romania for Christmas. To be clear, I am not saying that she did, and I am not saying that she didn't. This is just a summary of the information available for information purposes only. As I was researching this topic, I came across this article. In it, there's a discussion about the Stalinist leader who ruled one of Eastern Europe's most repressive regimes. It came crashing down in 1989, along with all the other Soviet bloc nations. This leader had instituted one of the most radical and repressive policies in an effort to stimulate birth rates. This included outlawing abortions for any women under 40 who had less than 4 children. Now, this did trigger a baby boom, but many of the children who were born ultimately ended up in state-run orphanages. After the fall of communism, the West got a look at what was going on in these state-run orphanages and was shocked and appalled by the images of children living in squalid conditions. So here we have yet another regime, another example of an authoritarian leader trying to control birth rates and banning abortions without an understanding of what that does and what that means. And again, women and children suffered. Banning abortions is not what people think. If we want to reduce the number of abortions performed, there are clear and well-documented steps that we can take to ensure that there are as few abortions performed as possible. Bans are not the way to do it.
Y'all, Candace just called out Charlie Kirk's wife.
I do want to assert here that I'm uncomfortable with the fact that despite all of the friends that Charlie Kirk made, all the schmoozing that he did, presidents, right, department heads, I am the only person that is publicly demanding further investigation into his assassination. Why? It's totally rubbing me the wrong way. Something's not right here. Even Turning Point USA, they're just like, we've accepted. Like, obviously, there are holes in this narrative, and they're just like, we're gonna just keep up his show. What is going on, actually? I just want to say that and get it off of my chest. I don't like it. Throwing it to some of our sponsors. I tell you all the time about Preborn because I've watched way too many people are standing up for truth. That's what I do here.
She took over Turning Point USA. Charlie Kirk's wife took it over. She's talking about her. Yeah, Erika, she is exposing a lot of things. Why aren't you asking questions?
Hi guys, welcome to yet another video. It's the girl here. Thanks for clicking on today's video. Erika is the topic on the streets of this internet. Why? Because a lot of people have questions. A lot of people are still wanting answers because the way she is and how she's acting is really turning off a lot of people. And I mean, as a disclaimer, I also want to say people like really grieve in different kind of ways. People have different kind of patterns when it comes to how they handle their bad situations, but this is something that happened to a person like on a global scale, I would say. Being a wife to a person that was taken in that manner, and it's just now 16 days after. You are happy, you're excited about the future, you're taking over the business, you're promising people that it's gonna be like constant or consistent as it's been. I'm like, not even a break. I mean, that's me. I'm like, not even a break. I mean, I could be like, I need a break for maybe 2 months or 1 month to just like take it in. But again, maybe that's just me. But yeah, guys, listen to what a lot of people are saying about how Erika was on the podcast, or the late husband's podcast, and how she's really handling the situation. People have their own things they have to say about this. Guys, come back, let me know your thoughts on it.
Erika Kirk is a feminist, whether she likes it or not, and so are most of you. Republicans love to do this thing, well, everyone loves to do this thing, where they espouse rhetoric and ideology that's not only contradictory to the lives they actually live, but is also contradictory to reality. Erika Kirk is on stage, in a stadium, speaking to a crowd of people. Erika went to college, she got a degree, she had her own businesses. She felt safe and secure enough to be a stay-at-home mom by choice, and still had her own resources and agency to leave if she wanted to or needed to, none of which would be possible without feminism. All of the annoying right-wing bimbos who get on this app to parrot how much they hate feminism and other right-wing talking points to pander to incels and right-wingers, who eventually show them how much they hate the fact that women have rights, are only allowed to do so because of feminism. You know it, I know it, they know it. Enough already.
People are out here calling Erika Kirk a strong woman, but let's be honest, most of these people cannot even decipher basic body language, and most have never studied psychology. As a Christian myself, it just straight up seems like uncanny valley. It's manipulative. Because the second you criticize it, you're automatically labeled as a bad Christian. But forgiveness in public like this, that's theater. It's not real. And honestly, I'd rather be a bad Christian than a fake one. 16 days is not enough time to decompress from losing your husband, the father of your kids. This isn't strength, it's a grift. And on Charlie's own show today, she said that she was excited to share all the content because Charlie made sure they'd never run out. Then she said his voice will live on and his show will go on. None of that shows loss. It shows preparation. It shows that this was propped up for a bigger agenda. There is no 7 stages of grief here. She skipped straight to acceptance. And they knew Christians would eat it up, bash anyone who questions and call us evil. But here's the truth. They turned grief into a brand. And if you can't see that, you're the one being played.
I've been sitting here not saying a word, but I'm telling you right now, I'm calling bullshit on this.
She watched the show every day. She couldn't email, but this was her version of emailing. Every day she'd watch the show. And she did it because Daddy would take the item that she gave to him and have it on the show with him. And sometimes he would say, like, this is the item that my daughter gave me. Sometimes he wouldn't, just to see if she was really watching. And so when he would come home, she would be like, Daddy, I saw the puppet on the show today. Daddy, I saw the moose on the show today. Daddy, you brought baby Buff on the show today? Like, so that was their little connection point of, and he loved it too, because it was a little piece of fur that he could have with her on the show, but those little moments of...
I lost my grandfather in 2009, and I still cannot talk about sentimental things, or I will bawl my freaking eyes out. Now tell me how someone can lose their husband, the father of their 2 young babies, okay? And 15 days later, they're joking, they're laughing, they're having a great time, they're so excited about the future. When I lost my grandpa, I thought I lost my future. Don't give me that shit that she is just trying to cope, and that's her coping mechanism. Check out this video and see what you think. See if you see what I'm talking about.
Only group will continue to go on. All of his socials that God has blessed us with, the people who follow those socials will go on. Nothing is changing. But I want to preface, we're not awkward. We're not like weird. We're not cringe. We're not going to be tweeting as if it's him. That's tone deaf and really disturbing. And anyone who does that's like morbidly off.
You think?
So we have speeches that no one's heard of. We have interviews that no one's heard of. We have stuff from Korea and Japan that no one's heard of.
Podcasts.
So, I mean, in the words of my husband, buckle up, because there is a lot of content to be had. And we have so many amazing things down the pipeline that we are working on currently that will
unveil in due time.
I am so excited.
That's what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm freaking talking about. I think it's odd. I think it's a very odd behavior of a grieving widow. And I have never seen that before. And I'm 55 years old, so I've seen people lose their husband. I've seen people lose close family members, including myself. And that behavior is very off. Maybe I'm just being over emotional about this. I don't know. But what do you think about it? What do you think? Have you watched these videos? Tell me what you think about it in the comment section, because I'm telling you right now, I call bullshit.
You know, one of the most interesting things about Charlie Kirk's wife, Erika Kirk, becoming the new CEO of Turning Point America is for the simple fact that she has infiltrated herself into a group of incels who do not believe that women should have any place, any role outside of the household and should not be in leadership positions. So her now becoming the CEO seems counterintuitive to the movement. He has been quoted in many publications saying that women should focus or prioritize motherhood over career, and that he deeply believes in the biblical model of romantic relationships, which is that one person within the relationship leads, i.e. the husband, and the woman serves as a supportive role only within the house and not in public or in professional settings. So the fact that his wife is now leading the nonprofit that brings in millions of dollars every single year to perpetuate this same ideology seems very fishy to me.
Erika Kirk is going to be J.D. Vance's vice presidential candidate, and this is how I know. I know it's really early to even be talking about this, but when I saw this picture, I was like, oh, all of these moments are curated. We're starting to see a lot in the press about how Usha Vance has played a pivotal role in the support for Erika. We were the only other people with her when his body was flown back to Arizona. J.D. Vance hosted his podcast last week. And I think it's really important to note that this is a moment where the Republican Party was starting to fracture over the Epstein files. This happens, it unites everybody. There were 200,000 people that showed up for the funeral today. And it's a really unique moment for J.D. Vance to step in and be able to wield some of this power that Trump will be losing when he cannot run again. Yes, this happened today at the funeral, but the MAGA movement has to figure out how to funnel the adoration away from Trump, right? Because he is old. And what better way to do it than with Erika Kirk?
So there's rumors, there isn't valid proof, but rumors that Erika Kirk started a ministry in Romania, and the people of Romania asked her to take her ministry and go because supposedly children went missing. This was in like 2006. I don't know what time. Again, no verifiable information. But the Tate brothers caught trafficking charges. Am I tripping, bro? Donald Trump got the Tate brothers out of their situation, but then originally said he didn't know who they were, or he hadn't heard of. Am I fucking losing my mind?
In a way that always keeps Charlie first and his dreams alive and his legacy going. And what's so beautiful is to see all of you step in and do that. And so part of the reason why I agreed to come on, because this is not going to be a forever
Is Erika Kirk moving a little too fast for a woman who just lost her husband in an extremely tragic way? Or is she doing the right thing by stepping up and taking over this man's business in less than 2 weeks after his assassination?
As I've seen in the video, that is what people are saying. And yeah, I don't know, maybe it's just us as people, like we expect maybe a kind or different kind of behavior from people, but when you listen to her speech at the memorial, or the first speech she gave after the husband, you know, lost his life, it was like staged. It was not giving, you could not feel anything. But now with this, I'm like, I feel her. She's people are calling out the BS. They're like, okay, stop playing in our faces. There must be something going on. And I said in the previous videos, the way Candace Owens is really serious when it comes to Charlie Kirk, who was just a friend, and how she's like so much full of anger and passion talking about Charlie and how she wants to know what really happened, calling out every kind of direction that she thinks of. Honestly, you would think she was the wife and she was just a friend. It's insane that the wife is now moved on. It kind of looks like she moved on. She's promising people that things are going to be handled, and she's, you know, looking out or looking for the future. But then you see someone like Candace Owens, who is like, something needs to be done. Like, this is not okay. I need to get answers. I need to know what happened to my friend. And she's like really, really fierce and thirsty to get to the bottom of what really happened. Something is really going on. Like, we are really seeing the pattern, and the wife is really not giving grieving wife. I'm sorry to say myself, it's just not giving grieving wife. Also, about what the people are saying about the Romania situation, I mean, she should come out and probably say something about it, but no, she's just happy and you're looking for the future. She's actually glowing. She looks more like, she looks free in the face. And it's not giving sad, it's not giving in pain. I don't know, maybe it's just me, like I say. Also the fact that she was with a person that was like, women should not be given like positions of power, and not even a month after she's taking over to be the CEO. I'm like, do people preach really what they believe in? Because you had a husband that believed that as a woman you should not be in this position of power, and here you are, you're taking over this position. Yeah, I know you need to take care of your family and all that, but where do you stand on this situation? Are you going to now change the mind that things can change and the woman has to take over things? Like, you know, it just doesn't add up. Like, yeah, people are really calling out the BS. They need to see something different. I don't know what we are expecting. And the fact that, you know, no family members, you know, have been coming out to say anything about Charlie is also like red flags. Oh, and some people are also talking about how she, as Erika, could come out as the successor of like JD Vance to be, you know, in his position, which I'm like, that's kind of like too much of a stretch. And other people are like, oh, wait until you see her come out as the president candidate or the presidential candidate in the coming years. I'm like, maybe there's a pattern, maybe there's something that is being cooked or whatever. I don't know. We are all just speculating, because everything is moving in a way that is not normal, especially when it comes to Charlie. And everything that happened, really everything is just shady, and the wife is really not doing it justice. I don't know, let me know what you think about this whole situation, guys. And also the Republicans are really calling out this. They're like, this is not okay. Like, what do you mean? Stop playing in our faces. Like, stop gaslighting us. Something is fishy. Something's fishy. You are not looking at all like a grieving wife. In fact, you look more happier and you look relieved. Like, yeah, probably you are expecting something to happen, and now you're in control of everything. So it's just, yeah, people's opinions, not my words, people's opinions. But yeah, guys, that is it for me in today's video. Let me know what you think about this. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I'm always posting. I'll see you guys in another video. Bye.